Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm your host, Winnie.
Hello, everybody. I am your host, Shane.
And today we're talking about scams.
Yeah, ring, ring. It's a scam.
Yeah. Have you ever been scammed?
I think I was scammed on the internet. I was trying to apply for some teaching certificates. And I saw like a really good price, you know.
That's your first red flag.
It was like normally like it could be like $90 or $100. This is like $9.99, and it's flashing like this. And it's
no!
You could get it all for $9.99. I was like $9.99, and I can just like get the certificate. And they said it's really easy.
It's just they just send you a PDF.
Yeah, pretty like totally simple. And then like I put in my info, and then like nothing happened. Nothing came to my email. And then like I tried to contact them and I couldn't contact them.
Suddenly their email doesn't work.
Yeah,
oh no.
Yeah, so
I think a lot of these scams actually, the culprit is usually the internet.
Yes.
The internet is the place for it to be. I almost just got scammed. I was applying for a visa because I was going to the US, and usually I know the visa that I pay for is around $14 to $20. And then this year I clicked on the checkout and I said, $81? And then I turned to Kiki, my sister, I said, is it me or is inflation just crazy? And she said, that is a scam website. Please exit and check with me before you do, something that requires a credit card.
So you didn't fall for the scam?
Almost.
Very close.
But that is a sign. Everyone, be careful out there because you just never know when there's a scam happening.
Well, and before it was like, and still now, they do it through phone too.
Oh,
so be careful. And this is ring, ring. So I'm imagining we're talking about phone scams.
All right.
So let's take a look.
Your phone rings. You answer, and a polite woman on the line says she's calling from your bank. She explains that there is a problem with your account. However, if you provide some personal details, your address, date of birth, and password, she can help sort it out. Be careful. If you give her the information, you will be in danger. That's because it's probably a scam that's known as vishing. The term vishing is a mix of the words voice and phishing. Phishing is a type of online scam that uses fake emails to trick people into revealing private information.
Okay, so ring, ring, it's a scam.
Day one. Of course, when we say ring, ring, it's usually when we're saying there's a phone ringing.
Ring,
yeah. Ooh,
ring.
that's very good.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let me paint a picture for you, okay? Your phone rings. You answer. And a polite woman on the line says she's calling from your bank.
Okay. That's pretty normal.
Yeah. She explains that there is a problem with your accounts.
Ooh.
It happens.
It happens.
Right? It happens.
Banking stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
And nowadays they do still use their phone to call you.
Yeah,
nothing out of the ordinary.
They'll call you, but they usually do also send you an email.
That is true.
I've noticed that.
That is true.
I normally get an email as well as a phone call, and I more often get an email.
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
So continuing. However, if you provide some personal details, your address, date of birth, and password, she can help sort it out.
Wow, so nice. She's going to do that for you. She's going to sort out your problem.
She's going to ask for your password?
Oh, that's a little bit weird.
We're both very skeptical already. I think we're pretty safe. Okay.
Be careful. If you give her the information, you will be in danger.
We got it. We could sniff it out, okay?
We could smell it. Okay. That's because it's probably a scam that's known as vishing.
Ooh, okay. So like phishing?
Like kind of phishing?
Okay.
Like they're trying to just get as many people as possible. So it's like phishing.
Right.
So we have this word information. So we're saying be careful not to give information.
Right.
Information is something that tells you about something. It helps you learn or understand things.
Right.
So your information might be your name, your address, your social security number,
right. Your date of birth,
ID number,
your mom's maiden name.
Yeah, it could be all kinds of stuff, right? So you need to be careful with that. So an example would be, please give me your contact information.
Okay, so usually this is when you need a little bit of context because you need to know more about this thing. But in this case, a lot of banks have all of this information to make sure that this person is who you say you are.
Yeah, so it is very common if you call the bank,
right,
they're going to ask you for a lot of information. And that is legitimate because they want to verify that you are who you say you are,
right,
so that you aren't scamming them.
Right. It's making sure of something.
Yeah, so when they call you suddenly and they ask for this information, you might feel, well, yeah.
It kind of makes sense.
It kind of makes sense.
They're just double checking.
They're just verifying some stuff first, and then everything's going to be wonderful.
Well, let's go see what Penny has to say.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Ring Ring, it's a scam。ring ring， 这是诈骗。好，那么 scam 这个字可以当名词或动词来表达诈骗、欺诈。重复字尾 m 再加 er 变成 scammer， 可以表达欺诈者。课文一开始，他描述一个场景：你的电话响了，当你接起来是个客气的女子，说她是从你的银行打来的。那他解释说你的账户出了问题，如果提供一些个人详细资料，他就能帮你解决。这时候你会把资料给他吗？如果你给了，就会有危险，因为这很有可能就是语音钓鱼的诈骗。好，我们来看看单字 information。information 是名词，表示资讯、消息。那注意它是不可数名词。那老师们提到，如果是你主动打电话给银行要处理账户相关问题，那对方问你个人资料是很合理的，因为要确认你的身份嘛。不过如果是课文这样的情境，就会很怪、很可疑了。补充一下老师用到的单字 legitimate。Legitimate， legitimate 它是形容词，形容合法的、正当的。还有用到 verify，verify verify 动词，它表示查证、核实。还有用到 weird，weird 那它是形容奇怪的、怪异的。然后还有 skeptical，skeptical 是形容怀疑的、存疑的。好，那这边还有一个重点是 sort out， 它是及物片语动词，可以表达解决、处理好，像是解决难题啊或困境等等。举例来说 ，We're still trying to sort out this problem。我们还在努力解决这个问题。好，接话课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny.
All right. Okay. So the term vishing is a mix of the words voice and phishing.
Right. So the type of phishing we were talking about isn't like, whoa there, got a big tuna.
Like with an F.
It's
like F-I-S-H-I-N-G.
Right. This one is P-H-I.
Yeah. And this is, phishing is, it's a type of online.
It's basically faking.
Yeah.
Right? You're trying to catch something, right?
Yeah.
And we're mixing it with voice. So as we were saying, we were talking about a telephone call.
That's right.
So continuing on about phishing, phishing is a type of online scam that uses fake emails to trick people into revealing private information. So in this case, it's an email. There could also be phone calls. That happens all the time. And when something is fake, it just means something is not real. So for example, the shop was caught selling fake paintings. In this case, these are fake emails, fake calls, maybe sometimes fake letters if you still open letters. But this is just
the idea is if, like, when you're fishing, maybe you throw your line out there
right, so they're
100 times, or maybe you have a lot of fishing poles, and you try and try and try, and then one of them will catch on. So this is something about numbers. They do it to thousands of people, and if you just get one person or two people then you've made a lot of money.
Right. So it's kind of like spamming people.
Yeah.
And of course, these are not real. They're fake. And, you know, that's kind of how they get you.
Right. So they trick people into revealing private information. So reveal means to show something that was hidden or not known before.
Right.
Like your information.
Yeah.
So for example, the teacher revealed the correct answer after everyone had a guess.
Well, let's go to Hanny.
语音钓鱼 fishing 这个词是由语音 voice 和网络钓鱼 fishing 两个字组合的，所以不是捕鱼的那个 fishing。我们这个 fishing 是 ph 开头，不是 f 开头。那刚刚 Winnie 老师讲到捕鱼时，他有说到 tuna T-U-N-A， 那这个字就是指尾鱼。课文提到说，网络钓鱼是一种利用假的电子邮件骗人透露私人资料的网络诈骗。那这边用到单字 fake， 它是形容词，形容伪造的、假的，也可以当动词来表达伪造、假装。那么 reveal 当动词表示透露、泄露或者是展现、显示。这边还有一个重点。Trick somebody into 加上名词或动名词，这表示欺骗某人做某事。那么 trick 在这边当动词是指用诡计来欺骗、哄骗。例如 ，They were tricked into buying a fake painting， 他们被哄骗买下了一幅假画。那这个例句我们是用被动语态表示。好，一个延伸学习是 trick somebody out of something， 则是指骗走某人某物。例如 He tricked the old lady out of her life savings， 他骗走老妇人的毕生积蓄。好，那我们接回到课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. This article is making me very nervous because I feel like I think we're pretty good about not being susceptible to scams, but you just never know.
You just never know. And, you know, you can also educate, you know, your elders. You know, I know that, like,
help them out.
Like my parents and stuff, they use the, you know, they get these emails and stuff. And I say, if you ever get anything that smells a little fishy,
no pun intended,
there could be some phishing going on.
Oh.
And you call me or send me an email, and I'll let you know if this is legitimate or not.
Right. Well, let's go to the second part of the article, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Think of it as a fisher who uses a worm to hook a fish. Vishing is just phishing that uses calls instead of emails to trick you. Vishers want one thing, your money. They use a variety of tactics to make their calls seem real. They may use technology to change their voice or fake their caller ID. But their most effective tools are psychological, and they play on emotions like fear or greed to get you to give them the things they want.
Welcome back from the break. Before the break, we learned that there's a certain type of scam called vishing, and this is where some phone calls or maybe fake emails or maybe even fake letters will try and get more information out of you. And as we know, when, for example, there's something called, you know, like banking, you need a lot of personal information like date of birth, your mom's maiden name, your
account number.
Right, exactly.
Your password.
These aren't things that you, like, you know, I wouldn't know that about you, you wouldn't know that about me.
Yeah.
And that's why they're also trying to, they might show you that, oh, we're just trying to verify that you're really you, but really they're actually trying to get your information so that they can use it to go get your stuff.
Yeah, and so vishing is when they do it on the phone because they're using their voice.
Right.
Whereas phishing is like maybe through emails or just online or something like that.
Right.
Okay. Think of it as a fisher, hey, that's what I was showing before, who uses a worm to hook a fish. Vishing is just fishing with a PH that uses calls instead of emails to trick you.
Yeah, right. Okay, so vishing is kind of, they like to make it seem more official because they're using a phone call.
Yeah.
Right, but vishers want one thing, your money.
Ooh.
Ka-ching, okay?
Ka-ching.
they use a variety of tactics to make their calls seem real. And of course, you need a variety of tactics because these days it's getting harder to, make it seem real. And a variety means several different types. So for example, we tried a variety of activities at summer camp. And of course, tactics means, this is what they use. This is their plan. This is the tools that they use.
And tricks.
Right. I think scamming has been around for a long time. So people have already kind of, they've figured out the little things that, will tell them that it's not real, but now they're getting smarter.
Yeah, well, that human nature, we're a little bit easy to fool.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to be educated on these things so that you don't get scammed.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we go ahead to Hanny and see what she has to say.
课文提到，语音钓鱼只是将网络钓鱼从电子邮件改成用电话来骗你。那么，语音钓鱼者想要的一样东西就是你的钱。他们会用各种策略让他们的电话听起来很真实。好，单字 variety 它是名词，表示各式各样或是种类变化。我们可以用 a 或 an 后面可以接一个形容词，然后加上 variety of 加名词，是表达各种什么、各式各样的什么。文中它用 a variety of tactics 来表达各种策略，那 tactic 这个名词就有策略、手法的意思。介绍课文中。
All right, thanks, Hanny. Okay, let's continue. They may use technology to change their voice or fake their caller ID.
That is scary.
Could you imagine your caller ID just says like, Bank of America, like a real bank, And so you would think, oh, this is a legitimate call. But they're using some kind of software or something to trick you.
Yeah.
Or change their voice so they don't sound like they're maybe from another country or something like that. Because a lot of these scams do come from places like Nigeria is very big for doing phone scamming. Places like that. And there's sometimes an accent that you can hear. So they might use some voice changers so that they can change it so it sounds like, especially with AI now, you can really sound very official.
Well, and also because changing your voice means they can't trace it back to you. They can't prove that it was you because it doesn't sound like you.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me. So technology, what is technology? Technology is things people make to help them do things easier or faster. So for example, you could say, this new technology helps drivers avoid accidents.
Right. So technology is something that, it's always changing. And usually it's for the better, but sometimes it could be used as a weapon. But continuing on, but their most effective tools are psychological, and they play on emotions like fear or greed to get you to give them the things they want. So a lot of the times, people who are very smart will not fall for these tricks, but sometimes even if you are smart, they might, kind of tug on your heartstrings and say like
they'll make you feel scared by saying, so it looks like somebody has hacked your account.
Yeah, we need you to help verify this.
So can you verify this purchase? And that wasn't you? Okay, wait, give me your account number again?
Yeah, exactly.
And all right, and sorry, we need to verify your password to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And people are scared. They don't want to be charged this money, so they're afraid.
It doesn't matter how smart you are. They go the logical route and they try and say, hey, we're just trying to help you. Well, let's go to Hanny and see what she has to say.
Okay.
刚刚说语音钓鱼者会用各种策略手法让他们电话听起来很真实，他们可能就会利用技术来变声啊，或者是伪造来电显示。不过他们最有效的工具就是心理战，会利用人们的恐惧或是贪婪等等情绪，让你交出他们想要的东西。好，单字 technology 它是名词，表示技术或科技。psychological 它是形容词，形容心理的、心理学的。那在讲到心理战的时候 ，Winnie 老师提到 tug on one's heartstrings， 这是表达触动心弦的意思。好，那这边还有一个重点是 get 当实义动词的用法。首先，你可以用 用 get 加受词加不定词 to V 来表达使让什么什么做某事。例如 She couldn't get the kids to quiet down， 她没办法让孩子们安静下来。那第二个用法，你可以用 get 加受词加 PP 表达让某事物被怎么样，就是强调动作的完成。那这个动作可以是自己完成，或者是由他人代为执行。例如 Kate got her hair dyed yesterday. Kate 昨天去给人家染头发。好，这话课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. This article is something that is it's very topical. It is because this is happening every day.
Yep.
It can happen to anyone, not just old people, not just people who are not great with technology. So anyone is in danger of getting scammed or vished.
Have you heard about like the ones where they call you and say that they're like
Their mom is in
the
hospital.
And
I've never gotten it, but I've seen news reports about it all the time.
I've seen news reports about that all the time. It's so scary, you know? It's really like using fear to motivate you to do these things.
So everyone should be careful out there. We'll review the article, and we're going to continue this in day 2, but we'll see you next time.
Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Your phone rings. You answer, and a polite woman on the line says she's calling from your bank. She explains that there is a problem with your account. However, if you provide some personal details, your address, date of birth, and password, she can help sort it out. Be careful. If you give her the information, you will be in danger. That's because it's probably a scam that's known as vishing. The term vishing is a mix of the words voice and phishing. Phishing is a type of online scam that uses fake emails to trick people into revealing private information. Think of it as a fisher who uses a worm to hook a fish. Vishing is just phishing that uses calls instead of emails to trick you. Vishers want one thing: your money. They use a variety of tactics to make their calls seem real. They may use technology to change their voice or fake their caller ID. But their most effective tools are psychological, and they play on emotions like fear or greed to get you to give them the things they want.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 information 是名词，表示资讯、消息。fake 当形容词是形容伪造的、假的，也可以当动词来表达伪造、假装。reveal 是动词，表示透露、泄露，或者是有展现、显示的意思。variety 名词，表示各式各样、种类或变化。Technology 也是名词，表示技术、科技。文法的部分，我们第一个学到 sort out 是指解决、处理好，像是解决这个难题或困境等等。第二个学到 trick somebody into 加上名词或动名词，这表达欺骗某人做某事。第三个学到 get 当使役动词的用法，我们可以用 get 加受词加不定词 to V 表达使让点点点做某事，也可以用 get 加受词加 PP 来表达让某事物被怎么样。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey Shane, what's wrong? You seem a bit off.
I just totally blanked on my wife's anniversary yesterday. Well, I should say our anniversary, and now I am in the doghouse.
In the doghouse? What, are you living in the doghouse?
No, not like literally in the doghouse. It just means that she's like really upset with me.
Ah, that's tough. Have you come up with a plan to make amends?
Well, I'm planning on making a special dinner tonight, try to make it real romantic, got her some flowers, but I'm afraid it might be too late.
Well, maybe it's gonna work. Hello everyone! Today we're discussing the phrase in the doghouse.
Not in the cat house?
No, in the doghouse.
No, that's right. It means being out of favor with someone because you did something to upset or annoy them.
It's like you're being kicked out to sleep in the doghouse as a punishment for causing trouble.
The phrase is often used when someone has upset their partner. But it can also apply to situations with a friend or even a colleague.
Here's an example sentence. He forgot his wife's birthday and now he's in the doghouse.
Or she's in the doghouse with her boss after skipping that important meeting.
So next time you hear someone say they're in the doghouse, you'll know it means they're in trouble and need to make things right.
Exactly. And that's all the time we have for today.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.